Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the heavyweight championship of the modern kitchen, gas versus induction. Now, for decades, that classic blue flame has absolutely been the gold standard, right? But as we dug into the hard scientific data, we honestly found some massive surprises about this new magnetic challenger. So let's just strip away all the culinary myths, look strictly at the numbers, and finally crown a champion. Here is the game plan for today's showdown. Round 1 is all about speed and efficiency. Round 2, we tackle the taste test. Round 3 brings us to the cleanup. Round 4 covers health and safety, and then we'll wrap it all up with the final verdict.
All right, let's kick things off with round 1, speed and efficiency.
Okay, picture this. You've just gotten home after a long day, and you just want to get dinner boiling. How your stove actually transfers heat is literally everything in that moment. And what I found so fascinating here is how induction completely cuts out the middleman. You see, gas cooktops burn fuel to make an open flame, and that flame heats the pot indirectly. A huge amount of that heat, it just escapes into the surrounding air. But induction, it uses a copper coil to generate a medium-frequency alternating magnetic field, typically between 20 and 100 kilohertz. This field passes right through the glass and directly excites the iron molecules inside your pan. So essentially, the pan itself becomes the heat source. Mind-blowing, right?
Because of this direct transfer, the difference in efficiency is just staggering. Gas hovers around 40 to 55% efficiency. That means nearly half the energy you're paying for is literally just warming up your kitchen air. Induction, on the other hand, reaches an incredible 80 to 90% efficiency.
So what does that actually look like in the real world? Well, when put to the test in laboratory conditions, this efficiency means induction brings a liter of water to a boil in roughly 2.3 minutes. Gas? That takes over 5.1 minutes. You are literally cutting your pasta prep time in half. In some visual tests we've looked at, it's even more dramatic. Induction hits a rolling boil while the gas pot is barely even showing bubbles. So for pure speed and energy transfer, round 1 decisively goes to induction. Moving right along to round 2, the taste test. This is the ultimate chef's dilemma, right? Does losing the visual flame actually ruin the flavor of your food? Well, to answer that, scientists use organoleptic testing. It's a fancy, complicated-sounding word, but it basically just means having expert judges evaluate the food's sensory qualities. In a really fascinating study, researchers took everyday recipes and prepared them identically on both gas and induction cooktops to see if human palates could actually tell them apart. Check this out. When experts blind tasted zero rice and a potato vegetable dish cooked on both appliances, the results were pretty definitive. There was statistically zero significant difference. The appearance, the texture, the taste, the doneness, it was a dead heat. Now sure, gas is definitely still your go-to for specific techniques that need an open flame to wrap around a curved surface, like traditional wok charring. But for your everyday meals, the heat source simply doesn't change the flavor at all.
Okay, on to round 3, the cleanup.
Let's be real for a second. Absolutely nobody enjoys scrubbing a stove. Gas cooktops present this frustrating obstacle course of heavy metal grates and delicate burner caps where hot spills just instantly bake right onto the metal. Plus, those gas vents can easily get clogged up with food. Induction offers a completely stark contrast. Because the magnetic field only heats the pan itself, the surrounding flat ceramic glass actually stays remarkably cooler. So if a pot of pasta water boils over, it doesn't instantly scorch and bake into the glass. Maintaining that sleek glass is basically effortless. You just let the residual heat fade, spritz on a non-abrasive cleaner, and wipe it down with a microfiber cloth. The whole shebang takes seconds. As long as you keep harsh ammonia sprays and scratchy sponges away, induction easily runs away with this round. Which brings us to round 4, health and safety. Now, this is where the objective data gets incredibly important, especially for families. Gas obviously carries fire and burn risks, but studies also show that gas kitchens can have 2 to 3 times higher indoor nitrogen dioxide levels, which can really impact your respiratory health. Induction totally eliminates those emissions, but it introduces something else, stray magnetic fields. Because the coil and the pan essentially form an electrical circuit together, touching the pan can actually cause a microscopic, entirely harmless leakage current to pass through you. So how do we handle that? Well, health agencies recommend a few super simple habits. First up, just keep your body about 5 to 10 centimeters back from the edge of the stove. Always use a pan that completely covers the cooking zone to absorb that magnetic field, and avoid using warped or buckled pans. Most importantly, and this is absolutely crucial, if you have a pacemaker or an implanted defibrillator, you must consult a doctor before using induction. And to stop those minor leakage currents we just talked about, simply avoid using metal cooking spoons. So, while gas brings respiratory and fire risks, induction just requires a bit of operational awareness regarding those magnetic fields.
And finally, the final verdict.
Looking at the complete picture, objectively, gas still offers that tactile, visual control that traditionalists love, and hey, it works with literally any pot you own. But based on the hard data, induction absolutely dominates in raw speed, it crushes gas in energy efficiency, it makes cleanup an absolute breeze, and it keeps your indoor air significantly cleaner. The main catch? You've got to be willing to invest in perfectly flat magnetic cookware and just be mindful of your proximity to the appliance while you're cooking. Thank you so much for joining this explainer. We've seen exactly how magnetic heat transfer is completely rewriting the physics of the modern kitchen. So I'm going to leave you with this to chew on. As our homes get smarter and the science of cooking gets faster and faster, are you ready to embrace the magnets, or will you forever stick to the flame? Keep questioning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.